Hi, my name is John, I am a Runaway, and today I was informed that Thailand is offering free entry to all of its museums over this New Year's weekend as a gift to the public. What better opportunity to do an episode about the top 3 must-visit museums in Bangkok, Thailand. Let's get going. I have to admit I wanted to start filming at the Bangkok National Museum because I haven't been there before, and reviewing it online it seemed like a great place to start. I couldn't have been more wrong about that. Half of the exhibition halls in this museum were not even open, and the ones that were open had barely anything interesting to display. Clearly not a recommendation at this point, but there is something I want you to be aware when it comes to museums in Bangkok, Thailand. I'm just gonna say it. Museums in Bangkok do not compare that well to museums in, let's say, Amsterdam, Los Angeles, London or Barcelona. I really had to dig deep to find 3 museums in Bangkok that I can recommend to you with a clear conscience. We are just researching different museums for the episode of 3 must-visit museums in Bangkok, Thailand, and to be honest, the Jim Thompson Art Gallery has nothing to do with Jim Thompson. It's just a random art gallery. It's not very interesting. I think the rooftop is the best part. Next to the Jim Thompson Art Gallery there is the Jim Thompson House, so I have my hopes up that that one's gonna be a little bit better. But to keep the ball rolling, the #1 must-visit museum in Bangkok, Thailand that we are starting with today is MOCA, Bangkok's Museum of Contemporary Art. MOCA is located in the Chatuchak area. There is no BTS or MRT station nearby, so you best come here by bike or car. It's a private museum. There is an admission fee of around 500 baht for the main exhibition and the temporary exhibition. MOCA in Bangkok is definitely one of the very few museums that is up to international standards. Their main exhibition features really nice artwork from Thai and Southeast Asian talent or artists that have long resided here in Thailand. I really like the psychedelic Buddhist-inspired artworks on the 2nd floor, but also the brash, bold, colored pieces on the 3rd floor. I am not pondering. Some of the rooms and artworks in here are truly unique. This month's featured exhibition is The Art of Banksy. Definitely worth a visit if you haven't seen Banksy yet. I have seen a few familiar pieces in Amsterdam and Berlin before at some point, but I honestly think this is one of the larger Banksy exhibitions I have ever been to. MOCA has a nice cafe on the ground floor with a selection of foods, drinks and coffee at very fair prices. There's also an outside area to enjoy some fresh air or play around with your children if you have any. Yeah, MOCA Bangkok is definitely worth visiting if you're an art buff and you want to visit a great museum here in Bangkok, Thailand. Now from here on out it's gonna go significantly downhill, but I think you will have a lot of fun and you will enjoy visiting the 2nd must-visit museum here in Bangkok, Thailand. So let's go. We're in front of the Planetarium and the Science Education Center in Eka Mai, Bangkok. I'd say this is a typical Thai museum, but I would also argue it's one of the better ones, since it's more fun, interactive and educational. Unfortunately, building number 2 that houses the main exhibition is currently under construction, but you can still come here and visit building number 4, as well as enter the old school Bangkok Planetarium, which we are about to do now. There are probably a few museums I could have put on this list that are of similar quality, but what stands out about this one is that it's in the middle of the city in Eka Mai and that it features several buildings that house different exhibitions. Building 2 is the main building for the science exhibition, but unfortunately it is currently being renovated. I can't wait when they reopen later this year because they had some really cool stuff you could do inside. Building 4 houses a dinosaur exhibition. What's better than a dinosaur exhibition to kick off a day at the museum? You can continue on the floors above and visit the Nature and Environment exhibition.
รูปลักษณ์ของเราที่เราเองคุ้นเคยชินจากการสวยงามและกลิ่นหอมอวัยวะ
This is not creepy at all. Or the world of insects on floor 5, which displays some beautiful species behind glass to look at. You can also find out how it feels to live inside a tree, or how it must feel being a bee inside of a beehive, I suppose. Before you plan to visit the planetarium, make sure to check out their schedule online. They mostly feature experiences in Thai language, but English presentations are readily available as well. If you've never been to a planetarium before, it's definitely worth a visit. It's old school, it's cheesy, you're basically laying around and enjoying the show. There's a small space museum in the back of the planetarium for you to spend some more time floating around the universe. Another cool feature about this museum's location is that it's just a very short walk away from Mark Wien's restaurant, Pat Mark, that serves you with his iconic Pad Kra Pao. You should definitely head over for lunch once you're here. All right, let's head over to the next spot on our list of our top 3 must-visit museums in Bangkok, Thailand, and we are going straight from fun and educational for the entire family to the red light district of Bangkok.
While our protagonist is on his way to the next spot, please take a second to quickly like this video and subscribe to our channel if you enjoy the programming. Every click will help to spread our free and amazing content to like-minded adventure seekers like you. Like and subscribe now.
We are here in one of Bangkok's red light districts. In fact, we are in the oldest red light districts in Bangkok, located in the Silom area. This is where the go-go bar culture all started. And yes, we are about to visit a really cool museum over here, and it is not a sex museum. Well, at least not entirely. The museum covers the history of Patpong in a really immersive way. There are a lot of artifacts, newspaper cutouts, and stories from the past. It starts off with a short documentary film about the secret war in Laos and its secret operatives frequenting the bars in Patpong.
I'm obviously not going to spoil for you the whole movie, but apparently the museum's history goes back to the CIA Nixon era. So
military fighter bombers,
let's check.
planes operating out of Thailand.
It continues to tell the story past the Vietnam War and illustrates a lot of the glamorous and infamous characters that traveled through the area. If you watch The Serpent on Netflix, a lot of what was going on happened around this area. In fact, the Kanit house was located just a 3-minute walk away from the museum. If you're afraid of being caught by your girlfriend or wife visiting a go-go bar, the Patpong Museum has you covered. They have a miniature model of the area where you can take a 3D tour through the most famous bars on this street. After finishing your tour through the first part of the museum, you can take a breather at the bar that separates the historical part of the museum from the part that is more focused on shows and sex work in this area. In contrast to popular belief, this is the smaller part of the Patpong Museum, but it's similarly interactive and made with a lot of attention to detail. The Patpong Museum stands out. It is beautifully put together, and the charismatic and friendly guides that take you on a tour really make the history of Patpong come to life. Now, this museum is open throughout the day, but needless to say, it's probably best to visit in the evenings or throughout the night. Obviously, this is a very vibrant area. Just because I hit the sack doesn't mean that you have to. All right, this is it. Those were my top 3 must-visit museums in Bangkok, Thailand. If you click the link below, you can visit my article where I provide you with 1 to 2 more museums to consider visiting while you are here. Have fun, stay curious, stay safe, and I'll see you guys around. By the way, next to the Jim Thompson Art Gallery, there is the Jim Thompson House, so I have my hopes up that that one's gonna be a little bit better. Let me quickly say that the Jim Thompson House is actually quite amazing. We enjoyed the tour a lot, and I've ended up buying a silk bandana at their museum shop, which offers discounted prices. The Jim Thompson house is beautiful, the tour guides are amazing, and it missed my list by a hair, mainly due to the fact that it pretty much revolves around only one person, Jim Thompson. But if you're really into Jim Thompson or Thai silk, this one's a winner. Dum 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 da dum da dum. Like and subscribe. Thank you.